in the name of Eric Rowan's beard just happened? I think we can say that without gimmick infringement.
Support WrestleTalk!
Give us a subscribe.
I'm Ollie Davis. Click the I above my head to vote for your rating of the show as I review WWE WrestleMania 34 in about 4 minutes. Well, there's a lot to dive into, actually. There's a lot. So let's be on the safe side in about 12 days. But I'll talk really fast. WrestleMania had a wonderful plot device running through the first half of the show. John Cena, lacking a scheduled match, was in the audience as a fan, even for the kickoff show. Now that's dedication. The first match saw Woken Matt Hardy win the humongous Wonder No. 8 Memorial Battle Royal, helped by the returning Bray Wyatt, who embraced his new broken buddy afterwards. Mustafa Ali might have won the night's Best Ring Attire award, cosplaying as Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat, but it was Cedric Alexander who finally overcame Vacant to win the Cruiserweight belt. Paige here to talk about my new movie, Fighting with My I've seen the clip already, Paige. Rather depressingly, she hoped on commentary she'd compete in next year's Women's Battle Royal, despite reports her in-ring career is over. Mandy Rose broke her first to be eliminated from historic women's matches record. The NXT cameos had a cute faction run, and Bayley and Sasha's feud continued without either being the heel or face. And Naomi won the match. I almost forgot that part. The main card opened with a very good bout between Miz, Seth Rollins and Finn Balor, with each man getting a neat character-establishing entrance. Miz, now a father trying to do good, sent his Miztourage goons to the back. Ew, burn it down, Rollins. Cosplayed as a forged-in-ice White Walker, and Finn came out with the local LGBT community on the ramp. As progressive as that is, I'd still prefer Gallows and Anderson. The three worked a rapid pace, smartly referencing moments from their feud, but it was a Rollins curb stomp that made Seth the new Intercontinental Champion. And with the main card's first match out of the way, and over 2 hours in, the lunacy can now begin. After a very exciting 10-minute match, just when the action was about to shift into top gear, Charlotte beat Asuka, ending her 2-year undefeated streak. I don't hate the streak ending. It might even make Asuka's character more engaging, free from the streak's booking burden. But there was another few minutes in this match. But you can't dwell on that for too long, because a referee just ran down to tell Cena something. What could that possibly be about, Michael Cole asked, like an idiot. Because it's quite obvious what it's about, Cole. The bloody Undertaker match he's been building for 2 months. Despite Rusev getting some of the loudest chants of the night, Jinder Mahal pinned him to become the new United States champion. Go figure. A surprise Fashion Files with Mick Foley. No, it's a trap. It's a Snickers advert. Who would have thought it? Ronda Rousey had the best match of the night. Following an amazing motorcycle entrance from Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, the Authority versus Team Olympic medals unfolded with twists, turns, shocks, surprises, some very engaging in-ring work and fun. Rousey is awesomely convincing in her offense, a long way from her slow-motion Jedi blocks on Raw, and she really threw herself into the bumps. But the best were her facial expressions, in-ring trash-talking, and authentic-looking submissions. We even got some intergender physicality, with Ronda unloading some incredible-looking punches on Triple H. I was expecting a short, smoke and mirrors-filled 5 to 10 minute match to protect Ronda. Instead, WWE delivered a thrillingly booked 20-minute brawl, finishing perfectly with Rousey snapping back a brutal armbar on Steph. Ronda had to impress here, and she knocked it out of the super. Paige here. Not now, Paige! Because the New Day's entrance has little people dressed up as pancakes doing the worm, which was like the most normal thing on the show. Sadly, this match went just over 5 minutes to a crowd exhausted by the previous bout. The Bludgeon Brothers beat the New Day and the Usos to become SmackDown's new tag champs, in a stacked card that didn't have time for the kind of excellent match they could undoubtedly have put on. But then, in a genuinely thrilling presentation, Cena came out waiting for his Taker match, but was answered by Elias. After dispatching the Drifter, though, the Undertaker's massive dong finally hit, complete with hokey lightning graphics. At least it wasn't on-screen promo words. Taker had risen from the dead for one more match, and he moved around like he got 5 years back, throwing himself off the ring rope, brilliant, hitting old school off the top. He only ever took one bump in a match that went just under 3 minutes, but this was incredibly crowd-pleasing. The finish came when Cena skidded back in horror, when Taker sat up from a 5-knuckle shuffle, chokeslam, tombstone pile driver, Undertaker won. Cena focused so much on calling Taker out, he never seemed to plan for what would happen when he was answered. But as fun as it wasn't really worth coming out of retirement for. JJ Robertson got a bigger pop than Goldberg. Following a genuinely moving video package, Bryan entered to a roaring tide of yes signs and chants. But I didn't cry! Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn attacked him and Shane McMahon before the bell and took Bryan out with a powerbomb to the apron. This was a bad move that sapped the crowd of energy who just wanted to see Bryan compete again. Instead, they had to watch Shane, an outnumbered, untrained part-time wrestler in his late 40s, suffering from diverticulitis, hold his own against two very trained full-time wrestlers in their 30s for 10 minutes. It was all to build Bryan's eventual hot tag, firing up to banish the bullies from SmackDown for at least a couple of weeks. Nia Jax dominated Alexa Bliss to win the Raw Women's Championship in an okay match, but one that went on too long. Having the best entrance of the night didn't help Shinsuke Nakamura as he lost to AJ Styles. Despite having a really good opening exchange, feeling each other out, and several great counter spots, this match was nowhere near its WrestleMania dream match expectations. Instead, it was the post-match angle that exceeded them. Nakamura giving AJ a knee to dick heel turn during their celebratory embrace. It's a very effective cliffhanger for SmackDown and could be the missing spark from Nakamura's main roster run so far. The Bar made their entrance as part of a Mardi Gras parade float, not fitting their characters at all. And just when you thought the night couldn't get any weirder, Braun Strowman picked a 10-year-old boy from the audience as his tag partner and won the belts. As Corey Graves pointed out, a 10-year-old kid is going to school tomorrow as a Raw Tag Team Champion. This was not what I would have done. I think in several months' time, WWE turning their top monster babyface into a kid-friendly comedy giant will be seen as suffering succotash levels of misjudged. But for right now, it was rather hilarious, and a reinvigorating change of pace after the lackluster Styles Nakamura match. Right, okay, phew. It's been a wacky WrestleMania so far. Paige here. Not now, Paige! Asuka's streak ended, midgets were dressed as pancakes, and a child is now a Raw Tag Team Champion. But here's the good old predictable main event. Roman Reigns is beating Brock Lesnar for the Universal title. We've all known about it for a year. Brock's contract expires after the match, and he's off to UFC. Guess again, dickwad! Brock dominated the 15-minute match, while Reigns kicked out of F5 after F5. The crowd booed, cheered for CM Punk early, and even started a "This is awful" chant. After busting open Roman hard way, it seemed the tide was about to turn. Reigns set to Hulk out and finally slay the beast. Only he didn't. Brock hit another F5 and won, which is crazy. I'm still a bit lost for words. I don't really know how I feel about it yet. It's too early and bizarre to say. It renders a year's worth of storytelling rather pointless, but it was also incredibly shocking and unpredictable. I have no idea what's happening in WWE right now, and that's made me excited for what's to come. So that was WrestleMania 34 in however long I did it. Vote in the poll above my head to give your rating, where you can choose from in awe, core, average, poor, and bore. Nothing touched NXT the previous night, but by Eric Rowan's beard, this was an exciting WrestleMania in terms of unpredictability. Is that a good thing, though? I don't know. I feel like I don't know anything anymore, which is why I'm awarding this incredibly long, ridiculous show a core. Watch mine and Luke's review of that incredible NXT show by clicking the video to the left, and watch Wrestling Short's brand new WrestleMania cartoon by clicking the video under that. I've been Ollie Davis. I'm gonna collapse now, and that was WrestleMania.